Cursor above it. Start above it. Slightly above it. Yep. And then drag all the way down to K and K.
It's always a little bit harder in Outlook for some reason. I spend hours a day doing this. Hours.
Yeah.
I have to say I didn't work on that, but
Yeah.
You sent it to my Gmail?
Yes, sir.
it's a forwarded one because I misspelled your name.
Oh, from Maggie?
No, from me. Just minutes ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I've got something from Maggie.
Okay, now we're posting it to Discord, so maybe we can play it that way.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
If you look at the Works in Progress channel in Discord, Pinckney, it's waiting there too.
Really? Okay.
That's easier, probably. And you don't have to fudge your Gmail at all.
Discord
What is this
is
here? I didn't want that to be there.
The Discord's placeholder link is a prime ship, so that's,
Well, all right. I guess that's something that's humorous to some people, but
Well,
not so
yeah.
much to me.
yeah.
So where on Discord am I looking for this?
Look at the Works in Progress channel.
Oh, okay.
My project's in there too.
Oh, great. Got it. See, this using Discord, it really seems like what we ought to be using
Oh, yeah.
for the class. I just haven't used it enough.
If you will view it like the old BBS, like the old internet forums,
Mm-hmm.
you know the old bulletin boards, you go get an argument.
Yeah.
That's what I think Discord is, the logical ancestor
Yeah.
for doing it.
Did you ever feel like you were just a little bit different?
So the fairy tale, is that you?
Yeah.
I always
Fairy tale,
have.
And then my first AI project is like my little post-mortem on doing Orange Fairy Tale.
It has a poop emoji, is that right?
Yeah, that I did not put that in.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that is.
You don't
my
have to
actual
lie,
project.
it's a safe place here. I don't have to judge you.
Are you kidding me? I would never put that in. I mean, I guess I have a totally different impression of
Okay, there we go.
this will take you. I mean, I'm assuming this is my stuff. What happened?
If Discord's unable to load the preview for it,
Okay.
it just puts in a poop emoji. But when I click the link,
That is it. Okay.
it works.
Okay,
You
good.
did everything right. Discord's like, hey, Canva won't give me a thumbnail.
Alright.
So I'm gonna do the next best thing and put a poop emoji.
Okay. So I need to figure out how to do this.
Exactly how Discord thinks.
Yes.
If you ever read Discord's patch notes,
Yes, they're very
Amazing
nice,
patch
yes,
notes.
there's,
I look forward to patch notes from Discord. Their patch
and
notes,
that is possibly the nerdiest thing I've ever heard, but they're actually
Yeah,
quite good.
but when you read them, you're like, whoever writes the Discord patch notes is a better writer than a lot of novels.
Yes,
They're
yes.
incredible. They're basically a stand-up comedian
Mhm.
with the worst job in the world.
Yep.
Which is good, because the more you torment comedians, the funnier they get.
Yes, it's true, it's true.
They
Don't let them have happy
Oh,
lives.
God, no. A comedian on demo just seems to exist. Liquid happiness? No chance.
I mean, we've all read A Break in the World, right? Like, least funniest book ever.
No.
Okay. This is- It's weird.
I just realized that now my recently created comments, clickable links for this thing are not in there. And they should probably be on Canva or on Slack Discord too. So should we try and put those in?
You can, yeah, just copy and paste them into the work in progress chat.
Yeah, we make where they're easy to access. So, okay, so I'm trying to paste them, but we can let go too.
Yes, ma'am. What's up?
I logged into my Twitch account to see if it works. I have my video set up and everything and visiting. But I don't know how to log out and log into the new place.
Maybe the stream key from Pinckney. He would have to log into Neophyte Studios.
That makes sense, yes, but how do I work log out?
All of yours?
Yeah.
I don't think you should. I think you should, if possible, bring over whatever you're going to stream to his computer. It'll be easier that way.
Okay, but still right now, do you know?
Oh, how do you log out? Yeah, it's in settings.
There's a reason.
And then stream.
Okay, makes sense, thank you.
Yeah, and then you
Just
could,
an account.
that's how you do it. So if he had his stream key, you could do that. But then you would be able to interrupt the Neophyte Studio stream from anywhere, so.
Yeah,
No, that's not.
nobody gets our stream key.
Even though he trusts you way too much, I would advise him not to give it to anyone.
That's not.
Well, of course. Yeah, that will not work. You should, if that info's in your YouTube.
Yeah.
Then you don't need to paste it also in Discord.
Okay,
I'll clear that message.
okay, thank you.
Because anybody who wants to, see,
Oh, okay, don't click on.
I can just do this
Oh, okay,
and
well,
then,
yeah,
and then when I want to, like, here's the YouTube. If I do this.
yeah. You should be able to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I do this,
Okay,
and there's
okay,
all your stuff.
right. All right, so then at least we actually accomplished that, so that's good. I did that actually because you told me you can put those links in YouTube, and you're right, I could.
You can even put times in the YouTube info field and now show up as chapter markers, which is, people appreciate that.
Way too much laughter over there. Okay. Let's see, it's kind of weird, but
Not working.
no, I think it's all right.
First I wanna show the other one though.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one comes first because this is about the, yeah.
All right, let me,
Thank you for doing this.
no, I mean, this is, it's,
Are you putting up OBS? Is that what you're doing?
yes, I'm just, yeah,
Okay.
seeing if I can get, okay, there we go. The camera has been giving me real trouble.
Ideally, I kind of wanted to show the first one without me and then this one with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can always just hit the eyeball button
Okay.
on any source that you don't want, and it'll go away.
Okay.
Let's see, window capture. So we come up here, wait a second, and that's on Discord. Wait. This looks like it's just a PNG. Is this supposed to be more than just this?
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be like a 30-slide slideshow, basically.
Okay.
I have a version of it, I have a PDF, I have a PNG, I have like all these different versions, I've been having trouble posting them.
Right.
Now, the other one, the Orange Fairy Tale, is a video. Somehow I managed to make it into a video, I don't know how, but it's an MP4.
Okay, and I'm not finding where that got.
It's a slideshow for me.
Okay.
Go back, let's see.
It's working.
Okay, so that's working as a slideshow, so that's.
From Discord?
Yeah.
Okay, Orange Fairy Tale, yeah, we can just do from Discord. Okay, I think this is more like it. Okay, yeah, here we go. Is there a way to make it bigger? Okay.
The thing is, I really would like to do that one second, because it's about the.
You want to do this one second
Yeah,
after the,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, we can definitely do that. Let me see. So we'll pull that.
Need a way to do this.
And yeah. Okay, let's do that. Here. So like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what you'll need to do, because it's window capture, is you'll need to start the you'll need to start this video from Discord,
Okay.
and then
But that's okay, because I
go
like being
back
different. It's who I am.
to OBS.
I was born in a colorful place. And at a colorful time.
Let me see. It looks like it's outputting audio.
For my first posting, I was sent north, to the outskirts of LA.
Wish there was a
We
way
lived
to
in the
control
shadow of the
video
San Gabriel
from-
Mountains.
This is why having
It was
only
a farming
one
area then.
monitor is a huge hassle.
And somehow seemed the perfect place for me.
Yeah, I
The drivers were nice.
be working. I had a big.
I
No, I think the
especially liked
audio
the
is
little boy.
working.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think we're having any problem with the audio.
Good.
I just think I don't have audio kind of set up to come through here. So hang on a second.
You need a headset?
Yeah, you got one?
Yep. USB or audio jack? Your choice.
Let me see.
If you got a
I'm
spare.
using a lot of my USBs here. I think I've got one right here. There we go.
Just careful, it's got a mic, so it might switch.
Did you ever feel like you were just a little bit different? I always have. But that's okay, because I like being different. It's who I am. I was born in a colorful place. And at a colorful time.
It's counterintuitive, and if I don't use it for months.
For my first posting, I was sent north, to the outskirts of LA. We lived in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains. It was a farming area then. And somehow seemed the perfect place.
Okay.
A little bit
I
different.
think we are good to go.
I always have. But that's okay, because I like being different. It's who I am.
You'll never collect.
So that academically, you can't do whatever I want.
Academically, you can do
I was born in a
whatever.
colorful
Can I
place.
get the sound to work?
And at a colorful time.
Like,
Yeah, the sound should be, we try it out and these, and ask your streaming audience whether the sound is working or not. We need to go to, let's see, Alt, Tab. There you go.
what
And-
do I don't really
Now,
want to be in
what do
here.
you need to know?
Well, I want to play it without me. Then I want to play the next one with me.
Okay, then you'll just take you
Okay.
out of that like that. And
Okay.
it should be playing.
Is it? Okay. It seems to have stopped.
No, it did stop.
And I also don't
I
like-
must have paused it.
Do I just not hear the sound? Is that just like
You can put
way
on the
it is?
headphones.
Oh, okay. All right. So, is anybody? Okay.
It's okay.
I. Okay, it's really
You hear it?
quiet.
For my first posting,
Okay, I hear.
I was sent north.
Okay. All right, so just slide that back to.
Okay. Will you stay near so that I can ask you to come help me?
Sure, yeah,
Okay.
but I'm actually gonna go, if you need me to help you, I'm gonna go watch the stream because I wanna
Okay.
see how it comes through.
Okay.
You're in good shape.
Okay. Should I start it?
Well, ask the crew. Let's see, oh, I need to bring up the chat window so that you can, oh no, I think chat's up. If you, after you've got it started,
Okay.
hit Alt Tab,
Okay.
and then should just Alt Tab you right to here. When
Okay.
this is your streaming console,
Okay.
okay?
And then when it's done, will it automatically stop itself?
It should just stop, yeah.
And then I
just-
can flick onto the other one.
Yep, and then what you can do Yeah, is you'll go, let's see.
Oh, we'll go to Discord.
I should have it up as yeah, we'll go back to Discord. Yeah, because the other one's on Discord. So you'll minimize this. I'm not going to do it right now, just because I want it to show up as your video.
Okay, well, we'll
Okay.
just play this now and
Yeah.
then I'll ask you what to do.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you.
get you started on a second.
Okay. Sorry. Oh, that's right. I know I should stop apologizing.
Yourselves in the chat.
All right.
That is what I.
I stopped apologizing years ago. I don't miss it.
I come and go with apologizing, but you're right. I mean, because my daughter's apologizing. I keep telling them to quit it.
I should say I actually stopped apologizing for like 10 years. I sometimes do.
Oh.
I found a nice middle ground.
Yeah.
You definitely don't have to apologize for being in the middle of chaos here.
Thank you.
That's how Pinckney likes it. It's not for everyone.
Should I play this thing?
You're ready. I can hear you.
Okay, I'm playing this thing.
Let it rip.
I always have. But that's okay, because I like being different. It's who I am. I was born in a colorful place. And at a colorful time. For my first posting, I was sent north, to the outskirts of LA. We lived in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains. It was a farming area then. And somehow seemed the perfect place for me. The drivers were nice. I especially liked their little boy. Alfie. Like me, he was kind of different. He talked to me. He even named me Rena. Short for Tangerina. I had a happy childhood. Looking back, I don't know what got into me. I guess I wanted some adventure. I guess I wanted to see the world. I ran away. I hit the open road, and didn't look back. I did some crazy things. Saw some amazing places. And made a few friends along the way. As for drivers, well, I've known a few. Some made me feel a little used. Others were simpatico, but moved on, simply because they needed a bigger vehicle. I didn't mind. I just liked keeping on the move. But as the years went by, something changed. Feeling different started feeling different. The young cars were getting so sophisticated. Some didn't need gasoline. Some didn't even need a driver. And then, that day came. The day that every car fears. The accident. It was on a mountain road in my old stomping grounds. The San Gabriels. I was clipped by a passing truck. The driver was fine, fortunately. But I couldn't run. I waited anxiously. Would he get me a tow? I knew it would be very inconvenient. And then I heard him say it. The T word. I was totaled. He left me. By the side of the road. It was a little traveled road. I knew I might be there for a long time. I knew I might be there for good. And so I settled in. If my components were to return to the earth here, I decided I was at peace with that. I'm mostly biodegradable. Rust never sleeps, you know. In a way, it was a relief to finally rest. For the first time in years, I had time to think things over. My thoughts often came back to that little guy. Alfie. He was a good kid. He knew how to treat a car. But humans change so fast. And they can't live indefinitely, you know. I got through winter. And then spring, and then summer again. I have to admit, I was a little worried about fire season. But then one morning, at the crack of dawn, an orange VW microbus pulled up behind me. The driver got out. We just looked at each other for the longest time. He had grown up, of course. He looked quite prosperous. But you could tell he was still a little different. "Rena," he said. "I'm calling for a tow. You need to have some work done." Now I'm running again. Alfie and I like to take a spin just when the city lights are coming up. We talk about everything. Especially the day he rescued me. "Of course I recognized you," he always says. "You're one in a million." I'll always be grateful to be a little different. Our differences are what make life interesting.
What do I do?
Are you gonna do the other one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, let's see. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. So, how do I switch Alt something?
You want to?
Get back into the control panel so that I can,
Did you do a separate scene or just turn off an element?
Alt, pardon?
We'll see what he did, but yeah, it should be pretty easy to switch.
Was it Alt 5 or something?
No, it's Alt tabs.
Alt tab to switch to OBS.
Alt Tab. Okay. And then I go to, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
just click on "Don't Switch." There, right there.
Okay, don't
Just-
switch.
Oh, that's on Discord. You can't.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so yeah, go to Window Capture 2 and just double click it so we bring up. It's now click there and grab grab that right there. Okay, now click OK. All right, now click Video Capture Device, the eye, so you come back. The little eyeball with the
sorry.
slash through it. No
Yeah, okay.
No problem. Okay, and yeah, and there's your stream.
Okay.
So, but we need to. What is all this over
Oh, that's
here?
from Canva probably. Maybe if I could just scooch
Oh
this over.
no, yeah, no, that'll
and maybe
work.
go
That'll
like
work fine.
that,
Yeah,
Present.
yeah, and you can actually stretch it out too.
Wait,
You see
you
the-
know,
You see the red
yeah.
handles? Just pull those out until it's the size you want it to be. Yeah, just slide it right to the middle.
I'm just kind of wondering, how do I get this thing to activate?
Well, you'll have to go to the window, which
Oh.
is in Chrome.
Okay. Should I do that?
Yeah, well, if you're ready to start it.
I think, unless I should, I don't know
Yeah,
what
just
this
slide
is.
it over to the left a little more.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe up to get it out from behind your head.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, now go to Chrome.
Okay.
Okay, and just click Got It.
Okay. I think maybe if I click that, it will look bigger.
Yeah,
Should I try?
should be, yeah.
Wait, why is it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
So now do I?
So now, let's go back.
You want to sit down?
No, because I'm going back to my. All right,
That's
so
a
now
little bit
you need to
better.
resize that slightly.
Can I make this bigger?
You can make it a little. You can make this smaller. Just grab that red handle up there.
Okay. Oh,
Nope.
this
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. Just go over that. No. Go back. Wait a second. Go back down to Window Capture 2. Click that. Now just put your cursor right over that little red square there. Now click and drag this way. Now you have to. It has to be when you're right over the.
When it?
Yeah, when it turns it.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go. Now grab it. There you go. And just drag it down, and then drag it right back to where you want it to be.
Can I get it so that it?
Well, yeah, just
it
make
too
it smaller. Your problem is that it's, just pull it down
Maybe
smaller.
on that side. See how on this side it's a little
Yeah,
too.
well,
Yeah.
you can do, yeah, I'll just get it here. How's that?
Yeah.
Does that look good?
Maybe a little bit more to that.
Over
I'm like
here?
the lady getting the house painted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I'm gonna have to see most of it, because I did fill up these slides quite a bit. Maybe if I scooch over. Or make my picture of my
No,
head
you'll
slightly
be able
bigger.
to see all of it. It'll be
Okay.
fine. It'll be fine. And if you oh wait, yeah, our green screen's just not doing a great job.
Well, it's not bad. It's really not bad.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to see that square, but we'll
Oh,
live
okay.
with it for the moment. Does that work?
Yeah, how do
Okay,
I
and then
make
you're
the
gonna need to
slides
go.
go?
What's that?
How do I make the slides go?
You'll need to go Alt Tab,
I know.
and then
But it's not really doing very well in here anyway, so I don't think it's gonna be too bad.
Okay. And my.
like that. And it's because we only have one screen.
Okay.
You'll need to just be on this screen. But
Okay, so I won't necessarily see myself
you
because
will.
okay.
Yeah. But I'll let you know
Okay.
if there's a problem.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
You're a lesson.
Okay, Panther Part 2.
Okay, part 2. Okay, guys, so I made this slideshow about the process of making the Orange Fairy Tale. As you know, I'm a pretty non-techie person. So for all you non-techie people, maybe you can relate to it. Some of you are pretty techie. Tried to base it on Le Grand Jeté, which, as you guys know, we watched, and it didn't turn out like that. So I started off using Stable Diffusion. I was trying to think, what should I do for text prompts? I've never done any visual art. I've never touched any visual art. So of course my mind automatically went to stuff that I'd already written or was trying to write. And I tried to prompt stuff based on stuff that I tried to write. Well, how would I visualize it? So, tried this and that. And a lot of you guys heard me workshop Nerd Hustle, which was about teenagers joyriding in a Beetle. So I tried doing pictures of a beetle. It's funny because I don't think I ever even mentioned the color of the beetle in that whole story, which I spent endless amounts of time on. And it just goes to show that when you start doing visuals, you start thinking differently about the story, because color was one of the first things. Then I had done, I've written stuff about being a lawyer, so I had these sort of lawyer high-rise pictures, and I liked these 2 pictures, so I thought I would try to do a story about a guy who goes AWOL off of his corporate IT job and goes in his VW Beetle. So then I went to OpenAI to try to write a script, and I've been putting these things at the beginning of the prompts, trying to tell the AI how intelligent and sophisticated my audience is, hoping they'll write better stuff. So I put stuff like this. I would like you to help me write a story for an audience who is highly intelligent with a sophisticated vocabulary and a quick wit that is not a little sardonic, etc. So, and my words are orange, the AI's words are blue. And it was pretty linear, I would recommend a road trip to the American Southwest. You'll find plenty of interesting places to explore. I introduced the orange VW, but it kept not being as interesting as Le Grand Jeté. So I introduced more stuff. I introduced a biker gang, a robot named Lila, and Jojo the mechanic. AI wrote this dialogue for him. We'll camp under the stars and howl at the moon. I wouldn't have written that line. I wouldn't have thought of that line, so that was kind of fun. But for the most part, it just didn't seem that interesting. So now in retrospect, doing this slideshow has been helpful because I've been reflecting, just like we try to make our students do. We try to make them reflect on their writing. And now I see that I should have characterized Athol. I really didn't characterize him. I just said he was a corporate IT guy. So maybe OpenAI didn't write as edgy of stuff as it would have if I would have said more stuff about Athol. And then, of course, it was easier to get Night Cafe images of a car than of people. So I started putting the bug to the center of the story. Then I started prompting it with poetry stuff. Please write an imagery-filled, almost hallucinatory poem about a VW bug. So it gave me this. The VW bug is a thing of beauty. It's like a jewel on the road. It's like a dragonfly in the sky. It's like a piece of the sun. I was like, yeah. And I did not even try to prompt based on that. In retrospect, I have no idea why I didn't. I should have done that. And I think maybe I will go and do that. But I was in this very linear mindset, which I have to tear myself away from. So I prompted again, please write a prose poem about the 50-year life of a VW Beetle. And it said, the Beetle has been to the top of the Eiffel Tower, the Great Wall of China, and the pyramids of Egypt. The Beetle has been to the bottom of the Grand Canyon and the depth of the Mariana Trench. You know, in retrospect, that was pretty darn good. I don't know why I didn't try to prompt it in the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and it did not even occur to me. But by making this slideshow, it now occurs to me, so maybe this slideshow is helpful. So anyway, then I thought of a first line, and I told OpenAI about my plan for the visuals. So I wrote a prompt like this. Hi AI, I want us to work together to create a short tale about an orange VW Beetle. I want this tale to feature rich imagery, poignant emotional moments, and a sophisticated vocabulary. The story will also have pictures that will tell part of the story. I will clue you in on the content of those pictures by putting a description of them in parentheses in the text. So I said I would write the first line. Did you ever feel like you were just a little bit different? Next will be a photo of a massive parking lot full of navy blue cars. So anyway, then I got something I liked. I call it a ghost in the machine moment. Did you ever feel like you were just a little bit different? And it wrote, I always have. I was always the odd one out, the different one. But that's okay, because I like being different. It's who I am. I thought it felt like the beginning of the story. But I made it more dramatic for this slideshow, because this is really what I got. It kept on repeating the parenthetical phrase about the massive parking lot full of navy blue cars. So I deleted those, and I started putting in photo descriptions that I thought were better. And it got the hang of it. It really got the hang of it pretty quickly. It started writing lines with photo descriptions, and it wrote this part here. I ran away. And then it wrote, picture of orange VW with for sale sign. I hit the open road and didn't look back. Now, there isn't a picture of an orange VW with the for sale sign in the Orange Fairy Tale because I just had so much trouble getting that out of Night Cafe. Then, like probably everybody does, I started going back and forth, trying to get good images, trying to get good lines of dialogue. I spent a long, long time trying to get a single image of a bunch of navy-looking cars with one orange Beetle. And this is what the sort of thing I got. As you can see, I could prompt it to do blue cars with one orange one, and I just couldn't seem to get what I wanted. And eventually I gave up. I got a lot more pictures than this. And then some easy things like doing an orange grove were not as easy as I thought. It reminded me of really old computer programming where, you know, an orange tree can be really an orange tree. So, and I got a lot more of those too. I totally gave up the idea of getting a picture of an orange grove and a house and a family and the bug. That was totally beyond the pale. And then I wanted it to have a relationship with another vehicle. And I just couldn't seem to get Night Cafe to give me pictures of my VW with other vehicles. I would say things like rose gold Airstream camper facing vintage orange Beetle, and I would just get the camper. Or vintage orange VW Beetle parked near red Acura NSX, and I just get the Beetle. So I gave up that plot line, for now anyway. And then people. Oh my God. I really, really admire people like Dejanay who've gotten great images of human beings because I have had a lot of trouble. So for example, old businessman wearing blue business suit and orange baseball cap and driving vintage orange Beetle got me a blue Beetle and a man with an orange shirt. Grungy looking long-haired man sleeping inside vintage orange VW Beetle got me a not unattractive, well, she looks like a woman to me. And then attractive dark-skinned woman with gray afro and colorful dress standing next to orange VW Beetle got me a woman in a gray dress with a black afro and no Beetle whatsoever. So I just kind of started making it simpler and simpler and simpler. Some things did come easily. When I got a couple of good pictures, the entire story turned to go with those pictures because it was hard to get them. And then, of course, the fun things were when stuff showed up you didn't ask for, but it was good. Like this old coot with his orange necktie. I didn't ask for it, but I got it and I really liked it. And I like the grayscale pictures of the VW. So, and to close, I will end with something OpenAI told me when I asked him a question. Me. So who gives you your best ideas? OpenAI. That would be difficult to say, as I get a lot of great ideas from many different sources. However, if I had to narrow it down to one, I would say my best ideas come from my own intuition and creativity. That's all, folks. Thank you. I get out of here?
Let it run. He's gonna just throw somebody else into the seat. Good job.
There is no escape.
All right, I guess I'm
Excellent.
going now. Where's the, Great, hello! I can see that the green areas on this mask have, turned into the color of the key. For my thing, I just want to show you and update you on the work I'm doing on my Flickr. If you don't follow me there, you definitely should, because I make great stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I've really hit my stride with the whole AI like art thing. So let's. I have 10 minutes, so I guess I'll go till 7:58. But I was going to show you guys a presentation I've done. It's basically been my goal to try to get the AI to give me beautiful images of trans people, and that is what my presentation is. And next time I stream, I will probably show you guys some of that stuff, but I have like 1 or 2 images already up on my Flickr. So it's hard to talk behind this mask, but we're gonna make it work. So I guess without let me see if I can type. For me, this is me right here. I do AI art. I'm hoping to become Flickr famous. There's a lot of famous people on Flickr that like already follow me, and like traditional photographers that follow me. And I'm like, hey, I'm secretly sneaking AI into your like. Well, not so secretly, because I have it under my about section. So if you want to follow me, I'm very active on there. I like also give you attention back, regardless of if you actually follow me or not. So I just want to update. I guess I'll show some of the OBS stuff. This is a picture of a campfire. It is my closing screen. So like for after I finish my stream, I want to say goodbye to people. I've kind of coordinated all of the colors off of my new profile picture, which I actually showed as like part of my account. So this is the closing stream. I tried to make a skeleton like lying down, like in bed and sleeping, but that was like a nightmare process. It was not giving me the images I was looking for. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not like at that level yet where it can go ahead and give that to me. So instead I did a campfire, because a campfire, and I ended up settling on this a long time after like realizing that it's going to be really hard to do images of skeletons camping around campfires. So I was like, we're not going to do the skeleton motif for the ending part, but I basically, I guess I'll show you the first one I did, which is this one. I think I prompted it with skeleton wearing a flower crown, neon colors. And so I was basically like, I love the array of like colors that it put here. It gave me yellows, it gave me rose, like pink colors, it gave me like purple and blue. So for all the prompts following, I've put those pictures in specifically asking for those exact colors. So that's how I've kept with the whole color scheme. This is my loading screen at the beginning. It is a graveyard. The name that I chose, Coffin Rehearsal, actually comes from a song called Fatal is Palmistry. It became a joke with my friends last year when I got really obsessed with it. I listened to it 500 times, according to my my Last FM, and I became the #1 listener of the song, like site-wide, probably of all time. So it's basically my brand now. Like, I know like the guy who wrote it, Yoni Wolf, like he wrote it, but the song belongs to me actually. So that is, that's where I take my branding from. And I was like, what kind of person would be coffin rehearsal? And I was like, maybe like a skeleton, which is like, yes, like associated with death, associated with like scary things, but not necessarily a bad thing, you know? So I was like, a flower crown. I think that would be kind of a look. I need to develop this character more and like develop a persona, but I've done half the work, which is the costuming. So this is my waiting screen. It's a skeleton getting a cup of coffee. Obviously, I just put in the same colors that were used on my profile picture and the same colors that were used on, ooh, nobody has Flickr Pro. So basically the same colors that were also used here on the Twitch loading screen. So that is, so when I actually stream from the Coffin Rehearsal account, that will be what will be on my like loading screens. They're static images for now. I'm gonna try to get some animation going, maybe attach some GIFs, try to figure out how to do like when someone donates, like I doubt anyone will donate, but when somebody does, like I wanna have a little pop-up, I wanna have chat on the screen while I'm actually streaming. So that's like things that I'm gonna be working on. And I also wanted to give a little update on the AI art I'm making. I've been branching out into, these are some of the portraits that I made for my, I'm just gonna check OBS real quick. Okay, I'm still good. This is one of the portraits that I made for the slideshow that I have that I'm gonna show eventually. This guy was not what anyone actually looked like when I started making it, but I actually like put it through a lot of tries, like over and over and over and over again until it got there to actually what I wanted. And he didn't take so long. I think the prompt, which I will talk about later, is trans man comma yellow, and it was it just like I was doing all the colors of the rainbow, but with like trans people, trans guys specifically. And I find it interesting on a lot of these, you'll see it puts a woman's face on a man's like neck, body, like head, hairstyle, all those things. And I'm like, that's really interesting. And I basically like worked with that until I got something for every single color, except for pink because Tencent was broken and I couldn't fix the face. So here as well, I have a series of portraits that were all done from the same one. I think the prompts, I go with very simple prompts because I'm not very descriptive with the art style. I don't know who any artists are. So I just put like something basic and then stretch that out and work with it until it's giving me something I actually want. So I did like neon makeup, and I wasn't satisfied, and I wasn't satisfied, and I wasn't satisfied, but I didn't want to give up on this idea because, as you can see, this is a great idea. So I basically arrived on one image I really liked, and this was in the remaster. It's like a beta feature of Midjourney. And I just basically churned out 4 of these that look kind of similar. So what I eventually want to do is I want to make in Tabletop Simulator, I want to make a modeling game similar to America's Next Top Model, but like with trading cards of like photographs like this of like high fashion editorial like type looks. So that's a project that I have in the works. I obviously still have the Fruit People project in the works, so that as well. This is maybe my most popular picture. It's inspired of the scene from American Psycho where they're at dinner and they're like, I love Bret Easton Ellis's books, like Problematic, whatever. I love his books. So I was reading American Psycho, and what's his face, that real douche guy from like the beginning of the book who like appears later was like, I thought he ordered a tuna cappuccino. Could you believe that? And I was like, what would that actually look like? And so I guess it turns out this is my most popular image. It has 4 favorites. So I've made it really big, guys. Like, I'm famous now. So goodbye, everybody. I'm gonna go be an AI artist. So yeah, that's basically an update to my little AI portfolio. Obviously, I'm always creating. I made a bear persona. I said bear hipster persona, and there he is. If you don't know what a persona is, I wish I was you. But I basically love to make personas because it's this interesting fusion of like human and bear. And here's Skull Shakespeare. He was a one prompter, so I'm pretty proud of him. He looks great. And this funny comment by Toby that I want to highlight. You can tell he's got tenure and writes in the third person. So yeah, that's my stream for the day. In the future, we're gonna be playing some Donut County. We're gonna be playing some Minecraft, some Among Us. We're going to be reading some fan fiction. So this was kind of boring, but in the future, I will have a lot more interesting ideas. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad you liked it because it's kind of like I kind of blacked out for a few minutes. Okay.
Yours. Looks good. I was impressed.
So I'm not gonna shove anyone else in the hot seat.
Did you watch last year's? Probably not, you were probably busy working.
Oh, this stuff?
Pinckney and everything, because we were on Zoom. And we
Right.
were like, we would just try to like send links and things like that, I think, for the most part.
Gotcha. That's the tougher.
Cave with your pressure.
It's just another level that we have to learn.
Thimble bimble pressure.
I know. Her power is unlimited and used so often for evil.
I was hoping to use myself as an anonymized character, which I never feel on Zoom, but haven't done on OBS.
Okay, I have a thing from Maggie. Did you send it to my personal email?
I sent it to your Gmail.
To
I
which?
should have.
To SIU email?
You told me Pinckney.Benedict at Gmail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pinckney.benedict@gmail.com.
It should have sent when I opened my laptop.
Yeah, it may be
If
like in
not,
junk or something. Just random weirdos sending me shit.
For everything you can ever wanna do, there is a plugin in OBS. And for every plugin in OBS, there are 100.
Yeah, all I have is Maggie.
How to do it.
Yeah.
So I guess Maggie has to go.
Yeah, we can force her into this.
Okay, yeah, tell Maggie that her Space Pilgrim vid is up,
Suited to your learning style.
and so she needs to go.
Yeah.
Try sending it again.
I like this stream. This stream, old man reads email. Lean towards the camera and squint more if you could.
I'm good at leaning towards the camera and squinting.
I kind of instinctually remember what one or two
There you go.
I don't need it.
It's you. It's all you now.
I don't need the
What?
I don't need the frame with me in it.
You don't need the lights?
I don't need it's just video.
You
I
don't
need
want
to
to
be
be
in
on the video.
No.
Okay. So the way to cure that is to go to video capture device and click the little eyeball, and it closes its eyeball.
Okay.
See? And now you're not in there.
December, are you on a calendar?
It showed your whole face.
Mr. December.
Yeah, that should be it. Uh,
You
okay.
blocked me?
No, just send it again.
Yeah.
Maybe Google is having a hard time or something. What?
You go before me if you want, I'm
Sure,
not too
yeah.
committed to this.
You could go before me too.
I think that means yes.
So these are the headphones. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna play it.
Is this mic cafe or is this something else?
Interesting.
The St. Cayutan was the last starship to leave a rotting Earth. It was a small ship, designed for a crew of 12. It was not a particularly advanced vessel, and it was not equipped with a standard faster-than-light drive. The St. Cayutan was launched on a one-way mission to the Saturnine moon, Io. The crew was made up of volunteers, all of whom knew that they would never return to Earth. The mission was to establish a permanent human settlement. Io is a small, rocky world, with a surface gravity of only 1/6 that of Earth. It is covered in volcanoes, and has a very thin atmosphere. The moon was uninhabited, and the crew was prepared to start from scratch. They had all the supplies and equipment they would need to build a community. The St. Cayutan arrived in 2040. The crew began to establish their settlement, and for the next 800 years, life on Io was relatively peaceful. Then, in 2840, something went wrong. A series of volcanic eruptions began, and the surface of Io became increasingly hostile. The settlers were forced to abandon their homes, and flee to the safety of the old St. Cayutan vessel. They were not equipped to deal with the new conditions on Io, and they had no way to contact the Earth they'd abandoned hundreds of years ago. The remaining settlers had no choice but to set course for the nearest habitable world, the planet Mars. The journey to Mars would take decades, and the crew knew that they would not be able to survive on the ship for that long. They began to build cryogenic chambers, in which they could freeze themselves until they arrived. The St. Cayutan arrived in 2940. The cryogenic chambers had worked, and the crew was revived. However, Mars was not the paradise they had hoped for. The planet was uninhabitable, and the crew was forced to leave again. The St. Cayutan vessel continued to wander the stars for centuries, searching for a new home. But they never found one. Eventually, the ship ran out of supplies, and the crew began to die. One by one, the survivors froze themselves in their cryogenic chambers, in the hope that they would someday be revived. The St. Cayutan was lost, and forgotten. But the cryogenic chambers still function, and the crew is still in suspended animation. They are still waiting, and hoping, that someday they will be found.
Alright, the AI wrote all of that, which I was kind of impressed that it somehow evoked melancholy. So the prompt that I used didn't actually show up anywhere in the words that were on the screen. Alright, and that's it.
Good job.
The prompt was something like it had been 820 years since the St. Cayutan set sail for Io.
Wow, I'm impressed that it wrote all that.
I had also a poem before it, but that didn't show up. I didn't understand that you can't have two things going at once.
Do you think the poem influenced it though? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, that was good.
Thank you. Oh, elections. You wanna go before? Oh, yeah, whatever. If you wanna go, go. Do not let me hold you back. You wanna go?
Yeah, I kind of want to always sit next to the IT guy. They should say shh.
Okay. In my unending kindness.
Where's
Do you
your,
want to be on camera and send the stuff to Pinckney?
the camera is currently off.
Good.
He probably, none of him left his Gmail open in a tab. So if you pull up Chrome, I bet your stuff is sitting there waiting for you.
Is there any way to fix the cutoff screen? Cause it's not showing the whole thing.
Yeah, we could definitely fix that. Just gotta talk to that guy who set up the OBS scope.
That's the same question.
Yeah, he sucks. You're a dumbass. It is.
He's gonna adjust the
Just go to
screen.
your Gmail.
You're good, you're good. So are you showing a video? What are we
Yes,
seeing?
video. I sent it to you, but I'm showing one.
Okay, and you sent it to my Gmail?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know why my Gmail's not.
If it's too hard, I can send it to you.
Sorry, could you post it in Discord? Do you have Discord on your computer?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, great, things made it through. And there's Catherine's stuff, wow. All of a sudden made it. All right, stand by.
Did you just put it on YouTube? Something? Okay. The stream delay is set pretty high. It's like 15 seconds.
We can drop it back. Is it possible to make that shorter?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Stream
realize.
settings, yeah.
Okay, well, let's do that then. That's weird. Oh, it's important. So it doesn't think you're important. That's why. So 5, 8, or both?
5, the first one.
Okay.
Let's do both.
Okay.
You want video to stay on? Video you?
Yes.
Okay, please. He'll leave it on finish.
How do I get the two visual
What's that?
this images? How do I pull the next one?
I would, are they in a browser tab or on the website or with download?
They're going to be in a browser tab.
Okay.
So I would get them all open ahead of time in separate tabs. Just pull up one, watch it, switch to the other tab. But if it were me, I would want them all looked ahead of time so I can know they were there. Ready to go. He's getting all set up for you. He's a pretty good IT guy himself.
Theoretically, there we go. Okay, I get it. I'm just used to dealing with big screens. Okay, great. Great. Get that one. Okay, which one are we watching first?
The other one.
Okay. See, that, and that one is 5 or 8? Okay. Okay, this is the one we're starting with, or the other?
Yes, this is the one.
Perfect.
Did it play or?
If I just hit play, it'll play.
Oh, you're in OBS, so I switched back to whatever browser he had that one open in. Probably Chrome.
Yes.
And then,
I have it unmuted.
I'm not sure what he did. Pinckney, is Chrome streaming to OBS?
No, well,
What's that?
Should I first do
I
this
just
and then
was
put
using
it
the
on
video
window
file.
capture?
So that it's possible to control it from within OBS.
Oh, gotcha.
So there should be
So
a.
first I do this and then I put it on window capture to watch it from Chrome.
Okay, I mean, you can do that as well, but the
Well, this will work.
yeah,
Yeah, you can play from there. He's right.
yeah, it'll work.
I see what you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything that works.
So let that play. Correct. Got it. This is it. No audio. Yeah, I think we might have to do the browser, because OBS is not picking up that input. Pinky, we gotta do it from the browser. Did you just download the files, or? So sorry, I think it's working, right? But there's no sound?
there is.
You're hearing sound? Okay.
I've got sound.
Okay, good. There it is.
Summer. Amazing.
I think he set it up in OBS. So then you look for the next
on
one down.
this.
Next
Okay.
media source. Pinckney, you were just gonna have her switch between the files, I guess?
Yeah.
There you go, switch to the next file. Select whichever one you wanna do next over there.
Way better ASMR than Nipple.
I agree.
That was
Okay, very good.
Oh no.
Let it play.
It's the wrong one.
Did you find it?
No. It's at the download, so why can't I find it? It's just all 5, number 5. I can't see the number right in here.
Yeah, 8 didn't want to download, but stand by. Yeah, so we should be able to bring up, what we'll do is just bring up this tab. So there we'll go, we'll blank out the
Oh,
media
I didn't
source.
blank it out. That was
Yeah, we'll go to
/
window capture.
Space.
Then we'll grab this. And we'll go to movie 8, right? Okay. And we will, if you go to the web page,
Oh, you have to
pull
be
that
a
up
member
like
or you have
that,
to be on the Discord?
and then you'll just start it and it'll play. Okay?
Oh, maybe I have to go to, before I did it, I go into the
Okay, this video is 1 minute long. Both videos, the pictures for both videos were created by Night Cafe. Summer. Amazing. Moonlight.
Next one, your time?
Let us work. We seem to be gaining audience because there are a lot more people on the stream than there are in this class. How do we turn the delay down?
It's in the stream settings.
Can we do it in the middle of the stream, or do you think we have to?
No, we can.
Okay.
Just dig into the Twitch producer. You have Twitch open somewhere?
I don't have Twitch open on this computer just because the OBS now
You
just.
would have to log into Twitch.
Okay, we'll just leave it, but for next time,
Next time you let me do a little pre-setup and this will go.
No, you may do no preset.
I'll iron out all these kinks, make it easier, simpler, lower stress for everyone. I know you hate it.
I hate that. Why would you do that?
I know.
That's the opposite of IT.
I know.
See, this is why you're not running IT.
Okay, look, I understand that you like to live in a giant fuck tornado. And everybody else would like to just kind of step up, take their swings and.
Are you next?
I think I am.
Oh, okay. Let me
I
let me pull up your.
Yeah, if not, I have it in chat.
I've got it. No, I definitely have it. It was just it was under everything else, not important.
Hurtful.
Yeah, I agree.
So the one is just like a screen, the link to
Smoothie
the
King.
You're loosely familiar with this. It's the Labyrinth program.
Oh, good.
So yeah, you can be a test subject. Do you want to roam?
No.
No. What? You don't want to be a victim?
I want to be an audience member.
That's fair.
Huh?
I went into this because I'm an audience.
All right, let's make this fully immersive. So, essentially what I did was I took all the AI art images I made that I found compelling and I put them in a room. I tried to make it a story and I tried to use OpenAI, or not yet. GTV3, and it kept being very like twee about it, where I'd like maybe like a loose creation narrative, and it kept wanting to be like sweet, which yeah, I'm not going to do. So I put them all like there's like a kind of a sense of order about them and like the manner in which you interact with them, and how you can move around the space and kind of examine them close up in like a way that I don't really see as much with like Flickr or the other presentations. So letting us kind of get as close to them as we would an art museum, or as far. But yeah, to be able to interact with them. And I didn't put like the prompt information just because I didn't really find value in like you knowing what I was trying to achieve.
I mean, the manner in which I go about these is already like, I'm not trying to achieve anything beyond just something that's like interesting and gross. But still, like that seemed like a little too much like insight that I didn't necessarily like, let me get a better angle on this one, want you to be able to have. Because a lot of these are like, dumb and weird, and again, seeing what like monsters I can make. I don't find a ton of value in making something that like I can commission artists to make just because like, that's a job that's out there. So I'm much more interested in what the robot thinks I want and how it tries to like achieve that. What does it give me? And again, how can I interact with it? I also got this one kind of hidden to like jump scare you if you start in the beginning. You're looking forward, you turn around, and that's right there for you. But yeah, a bunch of just kind of monsters made and put within a space that you can wander around in. And again, you can interact with them in a variety of orders. I have like, the order in which I set it up, but it's an art museum loosely. You're allowed to interact with it however you want. If you want to stumble around, if you want to skip things, you want to get closer, farther away, if you find something that bores you. This is actually not the way in which I constructed it, but it's what was nearer. And again, I only really selected ones that I liked or found compelling, but within them I still do have favorites. But yeah, you can wander around, and they're loosely gathered, like, thematically. You've got kind of an animal theme here, so there are still kind of echoes of what I consider to be, like, the creation narrative that I tried to get. But again, I just didn't really vibe with what GTV3 kept trying to, like, give me. So I had, like, a little bit of, like, starting with the sea and coming out onto land and discovering that the earth has changed and been corrupted and, like, mutated. And again, it kept either, like, it kept trying to make it sweet, and there's kind of this idea that as it grows, it gets messier, and in this room, like, more disturbing. Nothing is gonna get us our Twitch banned, but, maybe. But yeah, to kind of mess around and see all the ways in which I can kind of force this program, Night Cafe, to give me abominations. And again, it's quite good at it! I'm kind of, like, compelled by all the different ways in which, like, it'll give me monsters. And again, these are not things that, like, I can see being readily made. On one hand, like, one, I wouldn't even know how to ask for them. But two, like, they're so, like, inherently malformed that it's, like, beyond planning. I could sit down and try to draw something that's, like, severely fucked up. And, there's a degree to which I would succeed, but it wouldn't be as, like, organic as this. It would be in some ways, like, inherently contrived. In this, like, my hands are as, like, off the wheel as possible. We get, like, these kind of warping bodies that I find super interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna continue wandering about. This doesn't go on for too much longer, but just kind of get a glance at each one. And again, like, the prompts given are like, there's a huge variety of them. A lot of them are just like 2 random words I'll think of. A couple of them were like song titles because I got bored and I had too many credits. And again, I just think that putting them together, we can get like a little bit of a narrative without having to like overstate and do like the work and like kind of hold your hand in some way of like, oh, the world is corrupted now, like you can see it. you know, you don't really need me to work as like a middleman and capturing them or trying to like force something down your throat. It's just not as like immediate and visceral as like the images have the capacity to be. I much more prefer like the kind of violence of consumption without mitigation. So yeah, it kind of in the end becomes like a closed circuit because I build rooms without doors. But again, you can wander through the space, you can look at things, you can interact with them however you see fit, and, come to some conclusion. Toss you back to the center of the room. I believe around here was like kind of what I saw as the ending point, as some kind of like return to like a world that is no longer accepting of what you once were when you emerged. But again, screw what I have to say. I believe in death of the author. You can wander through here and come to your own conclusions, interact with that however you see fit, however you find relatable, or not relatable, relatability is dead, however you find most compelling. But yeah, I had a bunch of nightmares, I put them in a room, that's your problem now. Thanks for your time, peace be with you, all that jazz. Goddamn.
time is up. And I'm happy to stay for maybe one more, or we can call it a night and pick it up again next week, and I want to talk to you. Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying this, I just got about 8, 9 o'clock, so, but I can probably stay for you. Okay, who's next then? I have your stuff, right? Yeah? Okay, so I'll pull it down. And do you want to tell people about the labyrinth while I get this pulled up, Alexis? Where did you find the labyrinth? Where did you find the?
So I'm familiar with art gallery like technology from honestly high school. So I just looked at whatever will like let me do it. And when I was making the labyrinth from last semester, I essentially discovered that you put words that had linked to an image. So I was like, cool, time to torment people. In this case, I used it in like a more like as it was intended way. Though still a little on the like disturbing and visceral side of things. But yeah, it was just a technology that's out there that's free. It's VR compatible. The last time you put on the headset, it didn't work. In the future, we could do that, but it still seemed like there was a lot of setup and wouldn't work. But yeah, I think it's neat, and I think you can do a lot of weird shit with it.
Oh, hi. That's just my overlay that you would put into OBS.
What's that?
That's just my overlay that you put into OBS.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I can send it up if you'd like.
Let's see. We can put it in OBS. Do you want it put in OBS now?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Oh, great. Okay. Absolutely. No, if you want to run OBS, go for it. And you can just tilt this camera wherever you want. Like,
I feel like you could just sit outside of it because I want to show people my cards. I don't know. We'll see.
okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's silent. Hello, everyone. Is my audio working? Can you hear me?
Audio check, everybody?
Hello. No? Uh-oh.
Let's check OBS, see what it's set to.
Where is the mic?
Let's see. Yeah, this microphone's on.
I feel like I'm hearing it.
Oh, okay.
You are hearing it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yay. Alright, welcome. This is the VTuber takeover of the SIU studio. I forgot what. How do you pronounce this? How do you pronounce the studio name? Neophyte Studios. And I do have a video prepared. However, I also thought we were supposed to prepare something cool. So here I am with a deck of tarot cards. And I want to read people's cards on stream. Maggie volunteered to be my first. Maggie, would you like to come up here? So you can ask me the question. Hi. Do you have an okay? Usually the way I do tarot readings, and I've done them on stream before, is I will ask people in the audience about whether or not they want a reading. And usually I ask them to specify what area you want to be read first, like love or career or work or even creatively, like creative projects is fine, but whatever area of life you'd like.
Okay, tell me about my career.
Tell you about your career? Does that include the career here as a graduate student?
Tell me only about my career here.
Okay, your career here or afterwards?
In somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle. Okay.
Next couple of months.
Oh, I haven't done an in-person reading in a while, so usually the way that I read tarot cards is to shuffle until something falls out, but you can just tell me when to stop shuffling.
Okay.
Since you're right here.
Focusing.
And this isn't my tarot deck, so I'm trying to be careful with it.
I think you should break it. No, just kidding. I didn't say that. Stop.
Usually Twitch chat talks about something that's happening on stream. Ooh! You seem to be doing well. Oh, hi everybody. This is the card that Maggie got. Oh no, it's kind of hard to see. This is the King of Swords. And this is the card that Maggie got. Oh no. Oh no! It's sideways now. I don't know how that happened.
What's your sword?
Oh no.
He's doing his own
He's
thing.
doing his best. I have no idea how I flipped the camera sideways, but that's the King of Swords. I will pull multiple, but it seems like you're doing well.
Okay.
It seems like you're doing well so far, because the King of Swords, the Swords suite is about thought. First time chat from you, are we supposed to be seeing something aside from a keyboard? You're supposed to be seeing a tarot card on the keyboard, but I was shuffling. The King of Swords is kind of feisty. You're doing pretty well right now. Kind of, about work. Oh, interesting. A card fell. This is the King of Pentacles. So you might be too in your head about it.
Great.
You seem like you have a lot of skill already, but you're just too in your head about and worrying about other things and people and your outside situations when it comes to work. And you should focus on the fact that you have skills and you have the foundation to do things and to succeed. But yeah, thank you so much. Is there any other questions I can ask?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, Carmen.
Yeah, I think they say you're welcome. I'm not sure. This deck is particularly... It's not mine, so it was very unhappy today when I was reading for it. It gave me the reversed Ace of Cups, and it was representing unhappiness. Luna, can I get a reading for love? Yes. Me too? Okay. Yes, coffin rehearsal.
I'm gonna come up there.
Oh, you're gonna come up? Okay.
I have to know because it's been bothering me since last night.
Huh.
What's that?
Four of Pentacles. Pentacles is a suite about representing like the earth and the ground and also kind of money. But when it's referring to love, it might be referring to like your time and effort well spent. And it's saying you should be more selfish of that, more like self-care, I'm guessing.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It is interesting, actually.
Yes, it's giving me a lot to think about.
Yeah, it's saying you should be more protective of your time and your effort, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about this person or the situation, but you can...
No, I get it. I get it.
You can tell me when to stop shuffling. We'll pull another card.
Okay, stop shuffling.
Oh, yeah, this is more of the same, like, you're putting a lot of work and effort into thinking about this person, but perhaps it's not really paying off, or you can't really see that.
Oh my god. Okay. Is there a third card, or do I?
You can.
Okay.
You can tell me to keep pulling if you're unsatisfied with the answer it's giving, because it's
I
giving
just want to try the third time.
To ask maybe what you should do in the situation?
Yeah, what should I do? Like, should I just give up on it?
This text said no more thoughts. Truly.
Okay.
Head empty. The message is you're putting a lot of time.
Stop shuffling now.
So we're a little unbalanced right now in your life. This is Temperance, a major arcana card. And major arcana cards are sort of indicative of your life phase or like bigger eras in your life right now, and the overall message of your life right now is probably that you're a little unbalanced, which makes sense because of Mercury retrograde.
Yes, alright, thanks cards. I'm just gonna meditate on that for a moment.
I'm so sorry. Sometimes the cards tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. So, I'm sorry, Coffin Rehearsal. They were pretty harsh with you. They were telling you the truth. Mercury is in Gatorade right now. What time is it?
8:40.
8:40? Okay. It's been 10 minutes. Should I leave?
At some point they'll throw us,
Oh, okay.
but I'm not sure.
Can we leave? Or are we done here? It's like 8:40.
Yeah, I think
Well, we reached our highest viewership of 21 simultaneous viewers.
Wow.
So apparently, what?
Yay! Thank you for everyone coming to my tarot thing, or coming to the stream. It's the VTuber takeover.
So, all right. Well, I have to call it a night. So, but thank you all very much. Next week we'll get more streaming done because I will jabber less. But this was great. That was really cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people were really tuning in. It's very interesting. Yeah. So, all right. Well, so you all are good streamers. Well done. And we'll keep doing this for a little bit. And next week I will get Toby to help me build a meaningful streaming facility.